Hey there! You're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with another episode of Lost Horizon. And from the comments I've been getting on this Let's Play, you guys are really enjoying this story, and I'm glad to hear that. One commenter mentioned that he normally doesn't watch these type of adventure games, but he's really enjoying the story in this one. And I completely agree. This is a very interesting story. We're going to get to travel, already have traveled to some interesting locales, and there are more to come. So let's jump right back into the story. Gonna load that game up. And here we are. If you remember in that last episode, we are in the German camp, having snuck in via the garbage dump. The frozen garbage dump. And now we are trying to save Thomas, a fellow British soldier. I'll show you where he is. He is being tortured in a most nefarious way. With German marching music. How cruel is that? If you are an aficionado of German marching music, I deeply apologize, but otherwise, how cruel is that? God. So, yeah, hours and hours of this ought to make a guy talk. They're not even hitting him. They're just playing that music. So we have got to distract this torturer somehow. This German soldier who is being most unpleasant. Let me give you some flavor text on him.
Good God. Where in the world did they breed that guy?
I don't know. Someplace where there's a whole lot of red meat. And sauerkraut and red meat, basically. Okay, so we went over here to the toolbox, pulled out some items from that toolbox, and now, and actually I don't know why I left that tent, I don't need to, so let's go back into it. So we went over to the toolbox and pulled items out of the toolbox, and what we got was, actually I remember why we went out of that screen. Let's go back out again. Because we don't want to listen to German marching music for the next 5 minutes while I solve these puzzles. I remember now. Okay, so what we need to do is let's start looking at our inventory.
An issue of the Völkisches Tageblatt, a Nazi newspaper. The front page is plastered with a photo of German soldiers marching.
Did somebody say German soldiers marching? They did! And we also have, and this is where I think we need to work on this first. So we have pieces of a broken record, and from the toolbox we also got
a bottle of glue.
A bottle of glue. I love how he says it. A bottle of glue.
A bottle of glue.
That's so immature of me, I'm sorry. Could just click on that over and over again. A bottle of glue. Okay, so let's take this record and combine it with the bottle of glue and see if we can't get some other way to get I have an idea forming in my mind here.
I've covered the edges of the pieces with glue. Now they just need to go back together.
Okay, so the edges have been covered with glue, and I'm sure that our Fenton, our hero, his hands are freezing because I know it's cold outside. Okay.
That's the biggest piece of the record.
So this one should be pretty easy for me to do, so I'm not going to pause the recording.
I can pick up, turn, and set down the pieces. No reason why I shouldn't be able to handle this.
Well, Fenton, I don't know. You've made some poor decisions over the last 24 hours or so I'm not feeling too confident, really, but we're going to give it a try. So this shouldn't be too hard to do, so let's just power on through it. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the record piece, and I'm for those of you who are playing this along with me, I'm taking the record piece, and I am just going to move it up. I'm missing a piece. But, as you can see, this piece is already slotted in place where I need it to be, so that's good. Actually, wrong. That's wrong. I'm wrong. Look how wrong I am. There we go. Now let's look for a piece that fits in here. And I only see one here. Boom! See? Moving along at a nice little pace here. Now we just need to start looking at the edges of things. And I'm going to look for pieces like, let's see. That looks like that goes right about there. I can't tell if that goes there. Huh. We'll see. I might be wrong on that one. Maybe I'm not. There's a piece here. Nope. Yay, got it. Okay, the sense of satisfaction is overwhelming. And this one looks like it goes about there. So, of adventure games, inventory puzzle games are my favorite type of games. We have just played through the Tex Murphy game, if you missed that on the channel. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O. That doesn't fit. Yay! I feel like a toddler in preschool. I did a puzzle! But adventure games, out of adventure games, inventory puzzle games are my favorite. And I was saying that we had just done the Tex Murphy game. And before I place this, I'll finish what I'm saying. Whereas I love the story in the Tex Murphy game, some of the later puzzles were really just not my style of puzzles. And luckily they have a skip feature in that game. But I like the inventory combining because it's, I guess being a visual person, it's easier for me to see kind of where the character wants us to go and what they want us to combine. So that's my favorite type of game. Let's put this in and see what happens.
Job done. I've glued the record back together. Of course, the light-coloured glue in the cracks won't stand up to scrutiny.
At all. At all. So we have this glued record.
I've glued the pieces back together. It's whole again. You could almost mistake it for a new Josephine Baker album.
Josephine Baker! I hope we get to play some Josephine Baker. So we need to cover up these cracks with something dark. So I go back to the... I'm sick of those ensign sticks.
A stick grenade. German model. The fuse is missing.
We found this stick grenade, I think, when we first came to the German camp.
A vice.
I'm wondering if I can poke a hole in this...
Corkscrews are for unscrewing corks, not dismantling military equipment.
All right, save the attitude. I just thought, maybe. I'm thinking that if there's a grenade in here, there may be, like, powder that we can pour on this. Because I don't think there's anything else. Yeah. Let's try combining the vice.
I unscrewed the top of the grenade and poured out the gunpowder.
Gunpowder!
It's gunpowder from a grenade.
Yay! Let's put it on the glued record and see.
The gunpowder's sticking to the glue in the cracks. You can hardly see them. The record looks as good as new.
Unfortunately, it's going to play like crap.
I rubbed some gunpowder over the glued cracks. It's a bit rough, but it should hold up to inspection.
Should. Now... I'm wondering if we can put the... If we can, like, I don't know, put the record over here somehow?
Without a cover, he'll notice straight away.
Ah, okay. I feel sorry for Fenton because it must be freezing. We are high in the, Tibetan wilderness. Very cold. The local goats are warm, but we are cold. Let's try and put our record in here.
A buzzsaw blade. I'll take it out of the cover.
Okay. So there's our record. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, so let's put that record in there.
Without a cover, he'll notice straight away.
It does have a cover. Oh. Let's slap some German marchers on here.
We could jazz up this cover with that picture of the soldiers from the newspaper. But we need something to stick them together.
Well, it just so happens that I have some glue.
I should take the record out before I put glue on the cover. You don't need sticky stuff all over the shop.
Oh, okay. All right. So now we have glue on our...
There's glue on the cover.
Yep, on our cover. And then let's take our newspaper clipping of German marching peoples.
Perfect. We've got marching soldiers on the front cover.
And then slip Josephine Baker in there.
Maybe I'll sell this as a collector's item instead.
And now let's put it on the pile of records.
If I'm lucky, Hans won't notice it's not marches. Something tells me Thomas will.
I can't believe that record's going to actually play in a record player. Right. Time for a change of music, punk. Yeah.
Okay, here comes a real smasher.
Oh my god. This is so funny. Uh-oh!
Yeah. I meant that to happen. Job done. Hope no one heard the explosion.
So that, kids, is what happens when you put a gunpowder-filled record on a record player.
Wait, I'll take off the headphones.
Fenton Paddock? What the hell are you doing here?
I'll explain later. You have to listen to me now. We don't have much time.
We don't have much time, so let's have a long, meandering dialogue conversation. Good. My favorite. Well, let's see. Let's get down to the... Well, no, let's ask him if he's okay first. Let's be decent.
Are you okay?
Fenton? You're back with the forces? Where's the rescue unit?
No. Listen to me, Thomas. Is everything okay? Are you injured?
Well, my ears are still ringing a bit, and I'm pretty knackered. They haven't let me sleep for 3 days.
Can you stand up?
Not as long as I'm handcuffed to this crate.
Okay. I can take care of that.
Don't know how, but we're gonna give it a go. What happened?
I need to know what happened.
I suppose we were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What do you mean?
Well, our mission was to survey the area. Richard's maps were taking us towards some key defence points. An old monastery set near a valley. It was dark when we got here. The search for the monastery was due to begin the following morning. We were prepping our gear and setting up camp when we heard explosions. The monastery was set on a mountain slope, and we could make out someone trying to blast open the entrance. We couldn't tell, but we assumed they were bandits. Richard ordered an attack. The maps showed a second, hidden entrance to the monastery, so we took a team up and made contact with the monks. We got in touch with the abbot, or whatever they call him, but we were too late. They stormed the main entrance. We were massively outnumbered. Didn't have a chance. The old monk hid Richard and I in a secret chamber. He was scared. Didn't think he'd make it. He told us something we were to remember at all costs.
And what was that?
He said, "The door is guarded by 2 dragons, Yao the Strong and Zhao the Wise. Zhao, the mother, is twice as old as her son, Yao." Something like that. Anyway, he made it, along with Richard, but I took a bullet and wound up here. I only realised then why we were overrun. Nazis put up a better fight than bandits, I guess.
So we have something to remember there with the 2 dragons. Let's find out what happened to Richard. That's who we're here to find, well, as well as Thomas.
What happened to Richard?
I assume he and the monk made it to the chamber, but I really don't know.
So Richard might still be there?
Maybe, if they had some supplies. But he might even have made it out.
Well, whichever the case, I'm going to find him. That chamber. Where exactly is it?
In a kind of courtyard. There's a secret mechanism on the west wall.
Right.
Okay. And let's find out what these Germans are doing here. He probably doesn't know.
What are the Germans doing here anyway?
They found something very exciting in the monastery. But I haven't the faintest idea what it is. In any event, it's important enough to the boss around here, that Countess von Hagenhilt, to slaughter innocent monks. They kept asking me how to open the secret chamber, but I didn't give them anything. I suppose whatever they're looking for is in there.
You mean you didn't tell them anything about this dragon code?
No, not a word.
Yay! He kept the secret. I don't know if I'd be able to last 3 days without sleeping. Oh, God. So, any suggestions as to how we could get out of here?
Thomas, do you have any idea how we can get out of here?
You're a card. The best thing would be to leave the same way you came, don't you think?
Yeah, we can forget about that. I kind of fell down a crevasse. Besides, you don't look like you're up for any sheer rock faces quite yet.
There are trucks leaving the camp several times a day. Maybe that's an option.
Sounds interesting. Okay, I'll find something to unlock the cuffs.
Might I suggest the key?
Well, he's still got a good sense of humor. Let's see.
A Nazi uniform.
We're going to put that on, or at least...
Not really my size. But what's this in the pockets?
Keys. Yes. Oh, poor Thomas.
Perfect.
Oh.
The smallest key fits. The cuffs are open.
Thomas, let's get out of here. Can you walk?
Oh. Oh, poor Thomas.
I've had better days.
Maybe you better hang here until I can find us a way out.
I'll check out the trucks. Get out of here in style.
Exactly. This up here shows us that something was added to our inventory, and this is odd. Thomas was added to our inventory.
Thomas is waiting here until I find us a way out.
So, okay, but our inventory is gone. Okay. Let's see what else there is to look at here. Besides
The
Thomas.
explosion knocked him out. But it takes more than being engulfed by flames to kill a monster like him.
Yeah, let's kick him in the head. That might do it.
He's not in great shape. I need a way to get him out of here.
Okay. So he mentioned a truck. Let's go see if we can get ourselves a ride.
I'll put the uniform on first. Blend in with the locals.
Beautiful. Smart. So here's our truck. We might even have keys to it, but, well, that's a truck. Oh, no. No. I remember. Right here, truck.
The
Big
truck
truck.
is a good option, but I'm not leaving until Thomas is on board.
All right, don't be testy. We're working on it. Thomas, hit the truck, quick.
Hey, yeah. I can just drive Thomas out of here. I can hide him in the back of the truck. If we make it past the gate, we're home dry. Okay.
Hope you know some German.
Thomas is hiding in the back of the truck. If my luck holds, then the key's in the ignition.
Uh-oh. Here comes a guard. Get in, quick. Uh-oh.
Hey, what are you doing there, Junge? Ah, another one caught the bug. It's this weather. I've had a cold this entire time.
Yeah, can hardly speak.
Don't worry about it. You wanted to go to the monastery, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did the men up there order another truck? At this time of the day? I've told those fools 100 times that I will not allow a convoy to drive up there at this time of the day. They better learn to stick to the rules. No truck leaves the base after 1600, unless they've made a find of utmost priority up at the monastery. What's all this about anyway? What needs to be picked up so urgently?
Well,
What did they say on the radio? Whatever, I just need the military assignment form, filled out in full. Have them give you one in the radio room. If the finds are particularly important, I can send you up with a truck. I'll be in the barracks. But don't come back unless we're talking really important finds. Otherwise, we'll have it picked up in the morning.
Very well. Radio room, form, and important find. Off we go.
Okay. Radio room. Could that be this or this? I'm guessing. It's the thing with the big antenna on top.
Locked.
That's all right. We've got keys.
It's always the last key, isn't it? Doors open. Thank goodness. Nobody here.
Phew. Good. Let's rob the place blind.
I wouldn't have figured the Germans for bureaucrats. But the number of forms here puts our police force to shame. These papers here look like the special assignment forms the guard was talking about. I'll take one with me.
And, list?
I better leave the list hanging there.
Project Vril. The following artifacts are to be seized. That's military for stolen and kill everybody who might have one. Fruit of the Bodhi tree. I wonder what they could possibly want with this.
It's a list of sacred Asian artifacts. That must be what the Germans are looking for at the monastery.
Wow. I'll tell you, that makes me mad. Yeah, I'm trying to pronounce 7 of these Sakyamuni poles. Anyway, we're gonna thwart their plans.
A recorder with magnetic tapes. This expedition has more state-of-the-art tech than MI5.
I love it that this is state-of-the-art tech. That's awesome.
Not much point without a second recorded tape.
Okay.
There's a pencil on the floor. Messy Nazis.
Okay. Pencil. We need to use the tape reel on the tape recorder. But I don't see a tape reel here.
Not much point without a second recorded tape.
Oh, wait, do I have? Oh, I do. Where did I get that from anyway?
A taped recording of the interrogation.
Oh, I guess it just came when we got the German outfit. Yeah, okay, let's listen to it.
Let's hear this recording.
After 2 hours of traditional marching band torture or oral discomfort treatment, I continue to question him regarding Object 28. He continues to claim he has no knowledge of the item in question. Object 28 is vital to the success of our project. Further questioning scheduled.
Object 28? What project? Cheeky Nazis.
Object 28. Is that on this list? What is Object 28?
It's a list of sacred Asian artifacts. That must be what the Germans are looking for at the monastery. It's a list of sacred Asian artifacts.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
It's a list of sacred Asian artifacts. That must be what the Germans are looking for at the monastery.
Oh! There's a number right here that says 28. I missed it.
It's a list of sacred Asian artifacts.
Sorry about that. I thought he might give me some different text for this. Object 28. Okay, there we go. Eye of the Conjure. Okay, we have a form. Let's fill it out. Just what I've always wanted to do in an adventure game. Fill out forms.
Okay. Which of these list entries is important enough to make the guard approve a special trip to the monastery?
We know that it's Eye of the Conjure, but I'm just curious what happens if you click on that. Probably. Let's see what it says there.
I filled in the form with one of the lost objects. If it's important enough, I'll get my hands on a truck to transport it.
I'm just curious what happens if we do it. Where'd the guy go? Hello? Guy? Hey, dude. Oh, hey, there he is. Hey, dude.
A German soldier.
Here's the form.
What, you're bothering me with this? Tell the men at the monastery this is a joke. We'll send the truck up tomorrow morning.
Okay, that's what happens. Now we know. Okay, so he took our form.
I wouldn't have figured the Germans for bureaucrats.
Got it already.
A man can never use enough forms.
No. No, he can't.
Okay. Which of these list entries is important enough to make the guard approve a special trip to the monastery?
Eye of the conjure. It's the eye of the conjure and a da-na-na-na, na-na-na. I don't know the words to that song. Okay, let's give him this form.
Here's the form.
What? Teufel, what a find! Frau Hagenhild will be thrilled. Los, what are you standing around for? Start the truck and head up there. Zu Befehl.
God bless you. For those of you who speak German, what does zu Befehl mean? Look at poor Kim has been out here freezing. And he doesn't even stop for her. Oh my God, what a... If I were Kim, I would kick him in the shin.
We can't get any higher in the truck. You'll have to continue on foot from here.
How far is it?
800 meters, maybe a kilometer. The path forks halfway. Head to the left to reach the side entrance.
Okay. You head back down the pass with Kim. Try to make it to the Indian border. When you get there, contact...
Hello?
Yes?
This is one of your terrible jokes, right?
What do you mean?
This is the second time you've tried to palm me off. You're sending me away with a complete stranger? Sorry, no offense.
None taken.
Kim, I've known Thomas for a long time. He's not about to sell you for a camel. I, on the other hand...
Oh, please. Where exactly would you be right now if it weren't for me?
Kim...
Impaled on an argali, stuck down a crevasse?
I'm not saying you haven't helped, but this is no place for young girls.
Young
Of
girls.
course. I forgot. You infiltrated the German camp all on your own.
Fine. My life's achievements I owe entirely to you. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Close enough. So your friend here can just head on down the mountain on his own. Sorry, nothing against you.
No problem.
Fine. Fine. Just stop yelling before you bring the whole German army down on us. But I'm warning you, this is not playtime. It's a very serious rescue mission. You'll do what I say, when I say it, and without complaining.
Deal.
You better get going, Thomas.
Okay. Good luck, you two. If I were in better shape, I'd be with you. Look after him, Kim. I'll head for northern India and contact Lord Weston from there.
Good luck, Thomas.
I feel a little nervous about Thomas taking their only vehicle. Bye, Thomas. Don't forget to call. Say hi to Mom. Well, we've already concluded that Fenton is a sexist bleepity bleep. I don't know why Kim wants to stick around with him. I'd let him fall down another crevasse. In fact, I'd push him right down this one. The only reason I am sticking with this, Fenton, is because I'm really hoping that Kim gets to show him what's what, that she gets to have her own, as they say. So, I'm going to end this episode here with our heroes about to head up to that monastery up there.
The monastery where Richard disappeared.
So we can find out what's going on with these dragons and the two dragons and the mom dragon and the son dragon and all kinds of stuff. We'll have to figure that out in the next episode. So, yay! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved what you saw, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here in Tibet in the next episode as we continue to show that off that Fenton is basically a big fat dummy head. And Kim wins the day. And as always, and as I've said many times before, thanks so much for watching. Get every new Jessa Channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions, then check Email with new uploads. And thanks for watching.